Alrighty, what's up, you scumbags? Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below, and subscribe to my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget to share this video and all my videos all over the internet. And most importantly, tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. Because if you do, you lose, motherfucker! That's all I gotta say about that. Here's a little messed up because I just woke up from a nappy nap. It's hot today. Yeah. So hit the bell, get notified when I do a video, share the videos all over the internet, subscribe to my channels, and don't forget to leave a like and leave a comment. If everybody else don't like it, too bad. Okay. This is a shopping little ways away, so got the house to myself for a little bit. Yes, good. But yeah, getting some stuff, going shopping for a couple of things, then she'll be right back. They'll have some dinner. They watch fucking hot. Ugh. Too fucking hot today in the Northeast. You know, it's cold. It's cooled down now. It was 86 today with the humidity. That's humidity for you stupid people. Today we're starting a week, just about a couple of days of heat. I know if you know what I mean. It's gonna be hot, humid, yucky this week. Let's be around 90 tomorrow, 95 on Tuesday, and in the 90s on Wednesday, and I think Thursday as well. But we're gonna get some thunderstorms later in the week. You know, July 4th weekend, the start of the weekend, not looking so great, but it's gonna cool down to a crisp 75 degrees on Saturday. As far as I know, July 4th should be okay. As far as I know right now, not yet, but should be nice and cool for the 4th of July weekend, this coming weekend, actually next Sunday. So that's good. Me and the missus are going to the beach, going to Atlantic City, going down to AC, gonna have some fun, take some pictures and shit. We'll see what happens next week. My brother from another mother's birthday's next week, so it's gonna be, a good day, but a somber day because it's his birthday. And, he passed away a little over a year ago, so not good and everything. It's gonna be a good day, just to go out and get some sunshine, get some. Go to the beach and go hang out and stuff on the Jersey Shore and all that good shit. But still, we're gonna be thinking of my brother from another mother that can kick your ass. Well, sadly, he's not with us right now, so it is what it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. He was a good man. Good man. That's all I gotta say about that. Great, a great man, big Niners fan, and I might do it. Well, I don't want to do it July 4th, because I'm gonna be out. So, I might do it the day before because, as a tribute, but not gonna. I'm just gonna talk about him, like I show pictures or anything like that, because who's gonna copyright and everything. I'll get mad. Also get mad, but don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna come on. I might do it over the phone if I have enough time on StreamYard we'll see what happens. If I might do it like a I'll probably just do it over the phone. So I want to do it live, and then people are like, oh, the trolls will come in and blah blah blah. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much what I gotta say about that. But like I said, July 4th weekend's coming. Hope you all having a great weekend. This weekend had a great weekend. No, it's the end of the weekend right now. We start the the last week of June, going into July. So we're just about just about halfway through the year, going into month number 7. So we got 5 months to go before the end of this year, 2021. And my birthday, Rose's birthday is coming up soon. You know, and lots of birthdays coming up, and that's all I gotta say about that. July is gonna be a big month, like I said. July 4th weekend, I got a wedding to go to. The week after that, and then 2 weeks after that, it's Rose's birthday, and some other stuff happening in July and going into early August. And also, we got Money in the Bank, don't forget, coming up for the WWE. They're going back on tour July the 16th in Houston, Texas for SmackDown. And then the day after that is Slammiversary for Impact Wrestling, which may have some surprises, some big surprises. And then the day after that is Money in the Bank, which right now looks to be pretty decent. You know, Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, taking on Edge. You know, Edge Stain for the Universal title. Bobby Lashley taking on Kofi Kingston. 1-on-1. We got that. We got Rhea Ripley against Horseface Charlotte Flair 2. See what happens with that. Rumors of Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair because she's Bianca Belair. Taking on Bayley. Don't give me a hug for the 3rd time. You know, coming off a rematch from Hell in a Cell. Why? I don't know. Possibly Cesaro and Seth Rollins once again. Hopefully Cesaro gets the win. I'd rather have Cesaro in Money in the Bank, but I mean, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, really, Big E, if you didn't watch SmackDown on Friday or my SmackDown review, go watch my SmackDown review. Just do it now on Killer of Demons 669. Big E qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match on the men's side, so they got 4 people. They got 4 more to come. Tomorrow on Raw, we got a last chance match with AJ Styles, Randy Orton is Ruthless Voice, and Drew McIntyre. And we see who becomes entrant number 5 on Monday Night Raw. There might be another match on Raw. Maybe another qualifying match. We'll see what happens with that. And as far as the on SmackDown next week, we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, part 9,452,668, in a last man standing match. So I guess Kevin Owens' time off is not happening. I don't know, but I read some stuff like Kevin Owens is still going to take time off. So looks like Sami Zayn might win this match and be entrant number 6 into the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And then they'll probably have somebody from Raw and then one guy from SmackDown, maybe like a mid-carder. I would love to have like a Jeff Hardy in there, or maybe a Cedric. I have Cedric. He flippy dippity doos off ladders and stuff, but I would not have like somebody like Jinder Mahal in there. I just don't want him to win if he's in there. But we'll see what happens with that. And on SmackDown, they will do a last chance match on SmackDown. Like the guy, people that lost, like Apollo, probably Kevin Owens, and maybe somebody else. And then one of those guys go in, make it a full 8. And going to women, we got we got Naomi and Asuka. Asuka my dick. In there, and joining them is Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, and the new superhero Nikki Cross. That's gonna be great. And on SmackDown this past week, we saw Carmella, the two-time winner, and Liv Morgan, who qualified to go in at beating Carmella. So we got 6 people in the match, and now we got 2 spots left, and we'll see what happens this week or possibly next week. We're on SmackDown to fill out the women's side of the Money in the Bank ladder match. And at this point, I got Lexi to win. But they'll probably give it to Nikki Cross. You know, she's getting a big push, supposedly. But so it could be either Lexi or Nikki Cross at this point. But I want Lexi to win. I really want, if Sasha gets in, I want Sasha Banks to go in. But it's looking more and more like Sasha will appear on SmackDown, come back on SmackDown, and do something maybe with Bianca Belair, you know, or you just say, I'm back, you know, they'll talk about, you know, Bianca and Bayley 3 at the pay-per-view, and then she'll say, whoever wins, whoever wins, I want to face at SummerSlam. And I'm thinking it's going to be Bianca and Sasha 2. You know, rematch from WrestleMania Night 1. And we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah, it'd be good to get Sasha back in the division. And then the week after SummerSlam, we got the WWE Draft, where we're basically the only 2 names that are kind of a lock to go from Raw to SmackDown or SmackDown to Raw. Drew McIntyre is going to SmackDown, possibly to feud with Roman, if he still has the belt by then. Hopefully he does. Doesn't want to give it to John Cena. But it looks like Cena will probably be on SmackDown, so I don't know if he's. I don't even know if Cena's going to be full-time again or he's going to be part-time again. I hope he's part-time because I don't want to see him every goddamn week. But we'll see what happens with that. I mean, as we hit July 16th, that's when Cena's supposedly going to be coming back. Lots of returns on that night. You know, the fans are coming back in Houston. New stages. I would love new themes, but you know, it is what it is. And you know, going from SmackDown to Raw would be Big E to possibly feud with Bobby Lashley if he still has the belt by and after SummerSlam, but we don't know. I think he'll have the belt going into SummerSlam. I mean, him and Kofi. I don't want Kofi Mania 2, and then Kofi goes to SummerSlam, and I don't know who he faces at this point. I'd rather have Xavier Woods if we can turn on him and break up the New Day with that version of the New Day. You know, Kofi and Kofi and Xavier. And then when you bring in Big E, then you kind of semi-form the New Day just with Big E and Xavier Woods, and that's it. Oh wait, no, you can't because Xavier will be a heel, so that would be no point. But it is what it is. That's all I gotta say. All right, so we'll see what happens on the road to Money in the Bank coming up this week on Raw and SmackDown. Also, Raw has a 6-woman tag team match tomorrow night. We're gonna see the Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, Matt Brutality, teaming up with Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke on tag team, on 6-woman tag team. They're going to take on Horseface, Charlotte Flair, and the women's tag team champions Natalya and Tamina. So basically, you got probably the 6 women that are going to be in, at Money in the Bank. Because it looks like that too. Looks like we're going to get Natalya and Tamina going one-on-one, defending the belts against Mandy and Dana. There might be a title change, even though Natalya and Tamina barely even defended those belts yet. As far as I know, they haven't defended it yet. So they'll probably have Natalya and Tamina win, and then maybe have Mandy and Dana get a rematch at SummerSlam, and then change the belts. Not that anybody cares, because there's no women's tag teams. You know, unless you put Naomi and Asuka as a tag team now, like a makeshift tag team, kind of like Naomi and Lana were very close to winning. Everybody thought was winning. And then Lana goes, bye. Now, speaking of Lana, or CJ, we can't call Lana. We really can't call her Lana anymore. Because her name is CJ Parker. So, unless they give her a different name if she goes to AEW, which she probably will, to be with her husband, Mito. And we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. All right. Good buddy, Mod Squad member Nick is in the chat. How are you, Nick, on this fine Sunday evening? Thank you for coming. Hope you had a good weekend. My weekend was okay. Not bad. It wasn't a bad weekend. You know, Friday night was kind of we all remember Friday night. Nick remembers Friday night, you know. Freaking up to 5 o'clock in the morning doing the SmackDown review, almost 3 hours. Freaking crazy ass fuck review. Good chat. But it is what it is. I don't think we're gonna go 2 hours tonight. Now. Well, it's basically tonight. But we'll see what happens. And that's it. All right. Yeah, it was a fun stream. And that was that. Also, you know, yesterday was a good stream with me, Chase, fan of YouTube came on, and Dakota came on, and kind of aired her, you know, it's his birthday. You know, we were supposed to talk about his birthday, and we talked about random things. But go on Chase's channel and you know, watch that epic stream. It was funny as fuck. And that's it. I was on the Ambiguous Bastards of what you call it. Yeah, I was on the Ambiguous Bastards stream, you know, with Orochimaru and Junko and company. I was on there for a little bit, and then my computer started, you know, the lag, so I had to get out of it, and then sucks, but it was pretty good. And that's it. All right. So we move on from there. All right. Quick Met update. Just today was not a good day if you were a Met fan, as Marcus Stroman pitched like garbage today. Gave up 2 runs, 2 earned. Well, 4 runs, 2 earned, because the Mets playing like the Bad News Bears today, bobbling and stopping and bobbling and blah blah. You know, they lost 4-2 to the Filthies. So they split the 4-game series. Yeah, we lost today. Yeah, 4-2. Zach Wheeler, former Met. He looked like freaking Cy Young out there today. 7 innings, shutout ball. Mets got some hits, but didn't get any runs until the 8th inning, when Polar Bear Pete Alonso got a single to score Frankie Lindor, and then Kevin Pillar, Mr. Batman, the Max Man, hits another home run and made it 4-2. I was kind of getting a little excited, but then, you know, after that, next two guys proceeded to get out, and the Phillies come out of Citi Field with a split of that 4-game series. But the Mets are still in first place. 4 games up on the Nationals, who they play tomorrow in a makeup game. We got Jerry Eickhoff on the mound tomorrow against the ever popular TBA. That's it. So they'll make up that game, and then after that, they'll go down to Atlanta for a 3-game series, and then they got the Yankees next weekend. Next 7 games are not going to be easy for those Mets, especially with their pitching right now. Not gonna look good. Got Eickhoff tomorrow. We got the new guy, Taylor McGill, on to start the Atlanta series. I think Taijuan Walker is pitching on Wednesday, and then Thursday, the Grominator, who was actually human yesterday. Gave up 2 runs. Now his ERA is get this one, Nick, 0.69. So, still the best pitcher in baseball, but got a no decision yesterday. But still pitched pretty good, and even though gave up 2 runs, but the Phillies bullpen fucked it up. The defense fucked it up, and the Mets got 2 runs in the 9th. Conforto got the sacrifice fly to score Billy McKinney, and the Mets took the Saturday game 4-3. And just today, they stunk. They stunk today, and we'll see what happens in this week. 7 hard fucking games against pretty one game against, they got division. You got division teams, in Washington. 1 against Washington tomorrow, and then 3 in Atlanta. And then to go the Yankees, that construction site known as Yankee Stadium. Garrett Cole's going to pitch one of those games, and he had a bad game today. As those Yankees, or as we call them, the Skankies, got the shit beat out of them and got whoosh, 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 swept by the Boston Red Sox. Yes. So all you Yankee fans, all I got to say is this. You gotta love it. And that's that. Yankees started series at home against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, or they call, well, I guess now they're back to the Los Angeles Angels of not Anaheim. But they do play. I think they still play in Anaheim. I don't know if I don't know where to play. I don't even give 2 shits. I mean, but yeah. So they got a 4-game series against the Angels, and then the Mets come in, and then the week after that, it's the last week before the All-Star break, and see what happens with that. The Mets got Milwaukee for I think 4, and Pittsburgh at home before they go on the All-Star break. That's it. We'll probably see DeGrom probably one more time, and then he'll start the All-Star game. And that's it. And then we'll see how the Mets are by the All-Star break. Hopefully, they'll still be in first place. And then coming out of the All-Star break, they're going to be in Pittsburgh. So we'll see what happens with that. I say to begin the second half push. And that's it. That's pretty much it. And coming out of the second half, the Mets got a pretty decent schedule. Not hard, but pretty decent. You got Cincinnati coming up. Got a couple more games against Atlanta at the end of July. But when you get to August, oh boy, it's gonna be tough. August is gonna be a tough month for the Mets. They got the Dodgers. They got the Giants, who are playing pretty damn good. Back to back that month. Got some division games going into September. Whoosh. Not going to be easy second half. That's all I got to say. And that's that. All right, enough about that baseball. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, and Nick, as always, it's time. Get ready. Get ready. Strap yourselves in. Put your seats at an upright position. Grab your favorite beverage. My choice is fruit punch. Because right now, hope you're sitting down. Well, you should be sitting down. Right now, it is time. It's time on this beautiful 81 degree. Well, as of right now, it's 81 degrees here in Jersey. Still hot as fuck with the humidity. But on this Sunday evening, June the 27th, 2021, it is time for your AEW Dynamite review for June the 26th, 2021, special Saturday Night Dynamite from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. And that's it. Got one more show at Daly's Place, which will be this Wednesday night as AEW goes back to their regular Wednesday slot. And that's it. And then the week after that, they'll be in Miami for Road Rager, which this Wednesday night's got some good matches, and next Wednesday, the 7th, in Miami, got some good matches as well. And that's that. And we move on. We'll talk about the SmackDown rating a little bit before the end of the show. And hopefully we'll have the AEW rating at the end of the show. But that's it. All right, let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into some chat before we move on. Nick's doing good. AEW was awesome last night. It wasn't that bad. Good main event. Yeah, fun stream yesterday. Yeah, that was a fun long stream. That SmackDown review. It was good. Probably not going 3 hours anymore, but we'll see. That's that. Today marks the 10th anniversary of CM Punk's pipe bomb. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I don't know if I'll do an extra video talking about that, but you know, that's all. I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I got really busy tomorrow, especially the early afternoon. But probably after that, maybe if I have a moment, I will talk a little bit about the pipe bomb, and then get you ready for Monday Night Raw, and then we'll see what happens with that after that. But yeah, tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna be in the city with the missus, so some important stuff I gotta do. So that's that. All right, let's move on. All right, Nick says lost to the Phillies. Yeah, sucks 4-2 today. As the Iron Sheik would say, fucking bullshit. Exactly. Yeah, today's game sucked. That's that. All right. We will move on. All right, so let's get into AEW review for yesterday, for June 26, 2021, from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. All right, so like I said, AEW was last night, special Saturday edition. Second time they've been on Saturday. The first time they were on a Saturday was most memorable moment was Mr. Brody Lee, God rest his mighty soul, beating Cody to win the TNT title. So that was a memorable moment. And on last night's episode, it was the big one. Jungle Boy Jack, the #1 contender, taking on Kenny Omega for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. So we'll see if lightning can strike twice, and we'll get, a shocking person getting the belt. So we'll see if Jungle Boy Jack can shock the world like Brody Lee did back late last year, and win the AEW title and end the reign of Kenny Omega. But we'll get to that in a bit. And that's that. All right, let's move on. All right. So we start off Dynamite with a video from earlier in the day where we see good buddy Sammy Guevara being brutally assaulted, heinous act by Shawn Spears and a chair, as a good buddy Alex Marvez was interviewing Sammy. And Spears was like wailing on him, wailing on his shoulder, with the chair. And so Sammy got attacked before his match with MJF, which is coming up this Wednesday night. So that kind of sucks. So we get that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. All right, there we go inside Daily's place, where we have the one tunnel and the fans, and with the big screen and the fans around the ring. So get the match number 1. Powerhouse Will Hobbs taking on Hangman Adam Page, and it's time for some cowboy shit. And that's that. The still going on. The still going Team Taz Hangman feud still going on. Bring in a little bit of the Dark Order, but they weren't there tonight. Well, last night. Which is sad. That's that. Anyway, we had Taz on commentary, as always, for Team Taz. The rest of Team Taz did not come out. Vicky Starks, Hook, and Brian Cage. They did not come out with Mr. Hobbs. As Taz says that he wants to go solo, and that's that. All right, so the match was okay. Control the start. Page goes for a leapfrog. He gets caught. But Page counters with some right hands and some boots, and he stops to catch his breath a little bit, and then Page kicks away at a back body drop, comes in with a clothesline, then gets thrown to the apron, looks to go for the buckshot lariat, and Hobbs has to go to the outside. Page joins him on the floor, and he gets clobbered on the floor by Hobbs. And then Hobbs pulled the sheet from the barrier, and he started choking Page on the guardrail. And they go back inside. Hobbs suplexes Page, hits a falling headbutt. Then he hits a Vader bomb, or goes for a Vader bomb, which was blocked by Page's feet. Page comes back with some ground and pound, and then Hobbs chucks him into the ring post. Ow. They go back to the floor. Hobbs pulls Page back into the ring post. Before Page was trying to reverse it, gets blocked. Hobbs breaks the count, only to get sent into the post. And then we see Adam Page's hair start to turn red. He got busted wide open on his scalp, I guess, from hitting the ring post. So accidental blood. No, not bleeding blood. It's hard way blood. So we got blood, motherfuckers, but still it is. But he makes inside. Low bridges him on the apron. Then a springboard drop kick. Takes Hobbs to the floor. Page falls out with a suicide punch. And brings it inside. Hits a moonsault at the corner for a near fall. Hobbs comes back as he splashes Page with a body attack. like Big Van Vader or Vader. And then Page goes to Hobbs goes to work on Page as they go up the turnbuckle. He misses a swan dive headbutt. Page gets up with a lariat for a near fall. Goes for a crossbody. Hobbs with a crossbody for a near fall. And then we see Ricky Starks and Hook come to ringside. Starks has the FTW title that Brian Cage has. But then Brian Cage comes out, snatches the title, and then he tries to grab at Ricky Starks and just basically grabs him like this and just takes his jacket off. And Starks runs to the back. Brian Cage goes after him. Starks still has his neck injury. So that causes a distraction as Page goes for the buckshot. But the camera was like off. Like, what the cameraman doing? Hobbs counts it into a spine buster for a near fall. Goes for a clothesline and missed, which left Page to hit a German suplex. And then after that, Page picks up Hobbs, hits the dead eye, that reverse tombstone, and he gets the 1, the 2, the 3. So Mr. Adam Page gets the win in a pretty decent match. I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Page goes to Justin Roberts to grab a couple of brewskis or Page skis, if you will, and he has some fun with it. Because he's doing some cowboy shit, motherfucker. And that's it. So Adam Page gets the win, and looks like Team Taz is still in turmoil. But we'll see what happens with that, as we have Dark Elevation tomorrow. We got Dark on Tuesday, and we'll see what happens on Wednesday night Dynamite with Team Taz. And that's it. That's it. And we move on. We move on with that. All right, there we get a video of a recap of Jungle Boy Jack winning the Casino Battle Royale at Double or Nothing, and the build-up to this match, the AEW title match with Kenny Omega. And like I said, they mentioned the last time AEW ran on a Saturday night, Mr. Brody Lee beat Cody Rhodes for the TNT title, and we'll see if lightning can strike twice. And that's that. So we'll see what happens. All right, then we go to another segment from earlier in the day. We see the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick, with their stooge Brandon Cutler, the AEW Tag Team champions. They brag about being the longest reigning tag team champions in company history. Brandon's like 230, and then like, shut up. So 235 days, something like that. 230 something days as tag team champions, if you wanted to know. They start running down the other teams they beat, like SCU, Ray Phoenix and Pac, among others. And then they mention their next challengers this Wednesday night on Dynamite in a tag team eliminator match. It'll be Eddie Kingston and his best friend Pentagon Zero Miedo. They they're next in line to get a tag team title shot, and if they lose, they can't get it. They will not win. If they win, they get a tag team title shot, which will probably be at Fyter Fest night 1 or 2, or possibly Fight for the Fallen at the end of July. We'll see what happens with that. Brandon finally gets a line, and they're like, "Well, yeah, that's a good line, Brandon. We'll use that. Just shut up and just film BTE, okay? Shut up." So anyway, the Bucks call themselves the EVPs, extremely violent people. That'd be a nice name for a faction, EVP. Extremely violent people. You know, you got Violence Unlimited in Ring of Honor. You got Violent by Design in Impact. Why not? EVP, Extremely Violent People. That'll work. And we'll see what happens with that. So we'll see what happens on Wednesday night in the match between Eddie and Pentagon as they take on the Young Bucks. And if Eddie and Pentagon win, they get a tag team title shot, probably at Fyter Fest. Or it could happen at Road Rager, but probably be at Fyter Fest. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars as well. All right, then we go to the ring with our good buddy Tony Baloney in the ring with the legend Tully Blanchard, you know, part of the Pinnacle, and the mentor, the manager of FTR. So the fans boo him, and Tony Baloney introduces a Lucha legend. No, not La Parka, but he introduces Konnan to the ring, and he comes out with the old school LAX theme. Yes, I love that theme. You know, all it needed was, you know, the lights to go out, you know, the helicopters like an Impact, you know, like what Impact did when they came out, and they came out from like the other side of the arena. That was cool. You know, that was not Santana and Ortiz. I'm talking about the old school LAX, which was Hernandez and Homicide. That was cool. That was some good shit. And then the new LAX, which was Santana and Ortiz, just basically came from the entrance ramp. That was it. And then Eddie Kingston's version of LAX, which was Homicide and the old school, you know, LAX, Homicide and Hernandez, and they fought, and they had many battles. And eventually, the new LAX won, Santana and Ortiz. So, and then after that, you know, Hernandez kind of went bye-bye for a little bit. Homicide went bye-bye. Now, Homicide's in Ring of Honor and Violence Unlimited with Brody King, Tony Deppen, and Chris Dickinson. And they got Violent by Design and Impact. Hernandez is in Impact. We just don't see him much. And that's it. You know, just Hernandez. He's just there in Impact. And that's it. All right. So kind of cool to see the old LAX theme. That was kind of cool to hear it. All right. So we're gonna get a gentleman's discussion between Konnan and Mr. Tully Blanchard, as Konnan is representing Proud and Powerful, the old school LAX. I guess I can't use LAX's name in AEW. It is what it is. Surprisingly, Konnan didn't go, oil volley! Arriba la pasta! You know, he didn't say any of that. It sucks. It is what it is. Yo, let me speak on this. Oil volley! Arriba la pasta! You know, blah, 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 5150 for life. You know, whatever. Anyway, you know, Konnan brings up some stuff with Sheep, talks about racial profiling, you know, how about Santana Ortiz's upbringing, you know, Santana, you know, being blind in, I think, one eye, and not, you know, his father dying, and he called Konnan, so Konnan's like a father to him, per se. You know, so Konnan getting real, stuff like that. And then he tells Tully he needs to learn Spanish if he's going to communicate with his grandkids. I think that was maybe a little dig at Tessa Blanchard and Daga. I don't know, but anyway. So Tully threatens to call out the Pinnacle to end Konnan, but Konnan's like, I'm one step ahead of you. So he's like, he calls out Santana and Ortiz, but they come out and they don't look like Santana and Ortiz. Of course, it's not Santana and Ortiz. as Tully says, you need to look at the big screen. So we look at the big screen and we see Santana and Ortiz laid out backstage. It looks like they got a beating from FTR. And then we see FTR take off the hoods and the masks. And then they start beating the crap out of Konnan. And then they pick him up, hit him with a spike pile driver. Ouch. And then like referees come out, Aubrey Edwards, Rick Knox, Bryce comes out, and sadly, I don't know why Paul Turner did not come out. But yeah, as Dax Hardwood's left holding Konnan's sneaker. And that's it. So it looks like the start of the FTR Santana Ortiz feud is gonna start, and this Pinnacle Inner Circle thing, I don't even think it's gonna ever end. And how it's gonna end? I mean, we got Sammy and MJF on Wednesday. Now you got an FTR. You know, like everything's breaking up right now. You know, they're gonna fight. You know, random people. You know, Wardlow and Jake Hager had that MMA cage fight last week, which Jake Hager won, obviously. MJF hitting Dean Malenko, which is stupidity. And now that, you know, Sammy Hagar wants to rip MJF a new asshole. So we'll see what happens with that. And now we know the sun's starting to go down, so you might not be able to see me because it's 8 o'clock right now. So we'll see. Maybe I have to put the line on, but it is what it is. So yeah, so that's happening. And as far as Jericho goes, you know, he's still got that, you know, messed up elbow. So, but he's got a new book out, which you should all get. I might get it. We'll see. I gotta see how much it is on his website. I know he still has a little bit in the bubbly, which is, I think, still $40 plus shipping and handling. So it's like $50, $60. You know, so you know, you want to have July 4th. You want to go out with a bang. You know, buy a little bit in the bubbly, and then buy Jericho's book. Right now, that's it. All right, so yeah, so FTR lays out Konnan. I thought Konnan couldn't even take bumps anymore. Didn't he have something with his hip or something like that back in the day? But looks like he took that pretty well. But yeah, so FTR sent a message to Santana and Ortiz, and we'll see what happens with that as we move on. And that's it. All right, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars, and we move on from there. All right, then we get to our next match. Some high-flying action. Dante Martin of Top Flight, as he takes on Matt Sydal with his brother at ringside. Before the match, Dante comes out as Darius Martin is still on the shelf with, I think, a leg injury. So he comes out, and then, you know, wait for Matt Sydal to come out. And then we hear the screeching voice of Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me! I said excuse me! So she comes out, and she's about to introduce the future champion, Andrade El Idolo. So he comes out, opens his jacket, and he has El Idolo, you know, inside the suit. Nice touch. You know, and you know, she was about to make a big announcement. I guess like Andrade's gonna have a match coming up. But Matt Sydal and his brother come out to interrupt, and that did not sit well with Andrade and Vicky. And that's it. I don't get why Andrade is with Vicky Guerrero. I don't get it. I mean, I do get it, you know, the Spanish side, because both are Spanish. But, I mean, Selena Vega is kind of still out there. Why you're not doing anything with Selena Vega? Unless they're gonna, you know, they're gonna bring Miss Selena Vega and Tommy End to AEW, and Tommy is managed by his hot as fuck wife. we'll see. I just don't get this pairing with Vicky and Andrade. I don't get it, but it is what it is. All right. So anyway, we get to the match. Match pretty good. Let me just check my time. All right. We'll try to go on. All right. So pretty good match. This was a pretty good match. It's also with Sydal working around Martin. They take it to the mat. Martin escapes a side headlock. Sydal starts working over the arm. Martin floats out of a snapmare before hitting a springboard dropkick for a near fall. Martin hits a pop-up Tijedes. I have no idea what the hell that is. He puts Sydal in the corner. Martin leaps back into a leg lariat for a near fall from Sydal. Sydal starts kicking him down. Does some toe holds, some like spinning toe holds before he flips Senton. Takes us to a commercial. Go to picture-in-picture. As we're in picture-in-picture, Martin hits an inverted slam and a low dropkick for a near fall. Sydal comes back with an elbow in the corner, then a clothesline, then a diving knee, which sends Martin into the buckles. Then he locks in the 1925 version of the bow and arrow. And then Sydal lets go to drill Martin's knee to the mat. Still working on Martin for a while. He takes Martin to the outside with a leg lariat. But Martin beats Sydal into some head scissors on the floor. And then Martin drags his way back into the ring. Sydal gets in as well, but he traps Martin in a modified figure 4, which got into the ropes. Martin comes back, starts wearing on Sydal before we get a suplex Diamond Cutter variation, which almost puts Sydal away. Then we get a weird move called a Garmin Gili, which rocks Sydal before a double springboard moonsault gets a very near fall by Martin. Then they go up top. Martin looks for a superplex. He gets swatted down, and then he gets back, and then we see Martin go flat back on the fall off the table, do a regular bump off the top. Sydal comes off the top with Meteora, goes to the pin, but Martin kicks out at 2. Martin ducks a leaping knee, goes airborne for a sunset flip, comes down he comes down for a near fall. Then we get a flip stir for another near fall. And Dante Martin is only 20 years old. 20. And he can do all these flippity dippity doos like his brother Darius, who I think is a little bit older. I think they're around the same age. But these guys, going to be the future of tag team wrestling. I'll tell you that much. So anyway, getting in the end, they go back up top. Dante leaps over Sydal, but jars his knee on the landing. That's not good. Then Sydal puts him away with a lightning spiral for the win. So pretty good match. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. So Matt Sydal gets the win, and we'll see what happens with him as we continue on with AEW Dynamite. That's it. All right. Then we go to the back. It's time for a promo with Jungle Boy Jack, and he's talking like this. This is the most. This is the most important match of my life. Blah blah blah. And then he's interrupted by Christian, as Christian comes in, and he's like, "I got your back, but you can't trust Kenny. I smell a rat. What's that smell? I smell Hogan." Anyway, so Christian tells Jungle Boy that some people shouldn't be in his spot, but he talks about Brody Lee, winning the TNT title. He says you can shock the world just like you did at Double or Nothing when you won the Casino Battle Royale. So it kind of gives him like a pep talk. And Jungle Boy's like, thanks, man. Okay, that's it. So we'll see what happens in the main event. That's it. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get another segment with the lovely Jade Cargill, who's that bitch, and her manager, or whatever he is, Smart Mark Sterling, still monetizing the Jade Cargill brand. All right, so Smart Mark Sterling's got a promo code for Shop AEW for 10% off of Jade shirts with the code THATB. No, that's THATB, one word. And then we see Jade ripping, she takes a Dark Order shirt and just rips it apart. Yeesh. So I guess she's possibly gonna start a feud with the Dark Order, possibly Ty Conti. We'll see. Because Anna Jay's still out with that knee injury. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for Anna Jay to come back, and I can't wait. But I think another man who can't wait for Anna Jay to get back is Stu Grayson. Because as we all know, Stu Grayson and Anna Jay be fucking. Oh, absolutely. Even if Anna Jay says she has a boyfriend. Yeah, your boyfriend's Stu Grayson, but it is what it is. Because you'll be fucking in the back during those Dark Order segments on BTE. Why you think she's so happy? And then she's like, get out of here, Stu! Fuck you! You didn't fuck me hard enough. Whatever. But anyway, yeah. So it looks like we're gonna get maybe a Jade Cargill, Dark Order, Ty Conti match, feud, whatever. But we'll see what happens with that. And I think Evil Uno is not a happy camper. But it is what it is. And that's that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. All right. Once again, we go backstage where we see Alex Marvez. He's with the Pinnacle. Well, some members of the Pinnacle. Yes, MJF, and Wardlow there. Who else was there? I think it was, and yeah, there was just MJF and I think Wardlow there, and Shawn Spears. I forgot about him. How could I forget about him? Anyway, so MJF cuts him off right away. Celebrates the attacks on Jericho and Sammy. Then he brings up what he did to Dean Malenko last week. He talks about he's a 60-year-old guy with Parkinson's disease. Should not be in wrestling. Stuff like that. That was kind of low, dude. And then they talk about that, and then we see Jericho and Jake Hager come in. They start attacking Spears, MJF, and Wardlow. Basically 3-on-2, and they're holding their own, beating them up. They go towards the entranceway, then the ringside, and they get in the ring, but the Pinnacle, the numbers game is too much. They start beating up on Hager, and then Spears and MJF work on Jericho, and they're about to take Jericho's arm out with a chair. But then Sammy Guevara comes back, and he hits a Gamangiri. Then he goes after Shawn Spears. We get a big headshot to Wardlow. Then he takes out Spears' arm. Payback for him getting slammed in the arm from earlier in the night. So he clears the ring. The fans are going completely berserk. And then Sammy gets on the mic. And he's like, hey! And Sammy promises to make everyone find out that AEW chose the wrong guy, meaning MJF, for the action figures stuff, I guess. Yeah. So basically, he kind of says that and then hypes up the match on Wednesday, and that's it. So that was that. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars, and we're gonna see what happens on Wednesday night with Sammy Guevara and MJF. Probably gonna end some chicanery, and MJF's probably gonna steal the win or some shit. But I'm rooting for Sammy. I'm rooting for Sammy because Sammy's coming into his own right now. The fans are loving him. Besides the Inner Circle, but like he's basically the standout star right now, and it's great. Give him the TNT title, or give him the world title. I'd rather give him the TNT title, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens with that. All right, and we move on from there. That's that. All right, then we get to our next match. Oh, Ego Ethan Page with Scorpio Sky with him. The what do they call it? What do they call themselves? The Men in Action or something like that? Some shit like that. Anyway, he takes on one half of Bear Country, Bear Bronson. Should be good. Ethan Page is on a 7-match winning streak. And as well as Bear Bronson, as Bear Boulder is with him, but he's on the shelf right now, so he can't really wrestle. But he's back, and that might lead to a tag team match coming up later. Not later tonight, not later last night, but in the future. Bear Country versus the Men in Action, whatever they call them. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky after they get done with Darby and everything. And we'll get to Darby in a minute. All right, match was all right. Starts with Bronson sending Page in the corner. Page with a cheap shot, which just pissed him off. And then starts beating him down with some strikes. Then he dumped Page with a back elbow off the ropes. But Ethan going mocking the Bear Claws. Wants to a power slam for his trouble. And then Page kicks out at 2, rolls to the apron, then he gets run into the turnbuckles a bunch of times. Bear Bronson goes for a tope suicida, but Scorpio Sky takes the bullet for Page, who then backs into Bear Boulder. And Page is going to the referee. I think it was Bryce, and he's telling him throw him out. But that led to a distraction, and Scorpio Sky throws Bear Boulder into the guardrail. And they go to picture-in-picture. Page rolls Bronson back in the ring, starts ground and pounding him with a waistlock bear hug. No pun intended. Then he starts working on Bronson for a little bit. Then he hits a DDT for a near fall. Hits Bronson in the head with a head kick. Then he gets taken out with a leaping shoulder tackle as we come back from picture-in-picture. Back body drop throws Page aside as he went for the Ego's Edge. And Bronson's all fired up. Throws Page in the corner, hits a big splash. He starts beating the crap out of Page for a while. Hits a standing spine buster, but goes for a back senton and missed, which allowed Page to go for the Ego's Edge again. Gets reversed, and Bear Bronson lifts him away, and then sat on him for a near fall. He goes up top, but he's brought down with a superplex for a near fall. He runs into a black hole slam by Bronson for a near fall. Goes up top again, looking for a moonsault, but Scorpio Sky gets on the apron to interfere. The Bear rolls around to fight him off, but Ethan Page comes from behind and hits Bronson in the nuts with a low blow. And he hits the Ego's Edge out of the corner. 1, 2, 3. Ethan Page continues his win streak. Makes it go to 8. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Pretty good match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Afterwards, Page gets on the mic, and the fans are calling him stupid, and he's like, "I'm not stupid," and the fans like, "You're stupid." So he says he's not done with Darby. He says he's not stupid. I know I'm not done with Darby Allin by a long shot. And he says he wants to beat a nail in his coffin. He's like, I need a nail in your coffin. He says it 3 times. And he's like, Darby, on July 7th, I'm challenging you to a coffin match. Wow. Wow. A coffin match. We haven't seen that one in a while. And don't go, it's the same thing as a freaking WWE casket match. No, it's not. It's similar, but it's not the same. Basically, not the same match. Because you got to put your opponent in a coffin, not a casket. A coffin, like your freaking Dracula. So this is good. It's gonna be good. At Road Rager on July 7th in Miami. This is great. I love how this feud is going right now. You got Sting there. Blah blah blah. They're continuing the feud from Revolution going into Double or Nothing, and they're continuing it on now. Now it gets a little bit violent, and it's a little bit more violent, and we're having a coffin match between these 2 guys that fought Evolve for a long time, a long time. As Darby had the Evolve title, Page was going after him. I don't think he won it. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't remember, but I know Darby had it. And they just had wars in Evolve. Wars, I say. And that's all I gotta say about that. So this is gonna be a good feud, ladies and gentlemen. This whole thing is good. You put Scorpio and Sting in the equation. Great stuff. And we'll see if Darby answers the challenge this Wednesday night on Dynamite. And I think he will. And I think at Road Rager, he will put Ethan Page in a coffin. But we'll see what happens with that. And we'll move on from there. And we'll move on. So like I said, the match was pretty decent with Bear Bronson and Ethan Page. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. And we'll move on. Okay, it's starting to get rude, getting darker and darker, so you might not be able to see me. Haters like, yay, we don't want to see you. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. That's that. All right, then we get a promo with our good doctor. Say it with me now, Nick. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. As she has her best friend, Rebel, or Reba. They're in the back, cutting a promo. Basically, Britt mocks Vicky Guerrero for wanting a wrestling match. So she talks about the match, and she kind of blah blah blah. She kind of disses Nyla a little bit. Then Britt says that she's got no time for some old chicks thinking they belong in a wrestling ring. I thought she said old maid, but okay, but it doesn't matter, same thing. But still, great line. And then she threatens to exceed her malpractice insurance in their tag match. She's like, I'm gonna beat you to a pulp, and I'm gonna give you a healthy prescription, courtesy of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. And that's it. So we get that. And then we go to Vicky's response. We see the native beast, Nyla Rose, behind her. Vicky says, this is just an appetizer before Nyla gets back the women's title for the second time at Fyter Fest, night 1, I believe. So that's the week after, it's July 14th. So there you go. There's your first match for Fyter Fest. For the AEW women's title, Nyla Rose, the native beast, with Vicky at ringside, taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and with Reba at ringside for the AEW women's title. And I believe that's her first defense of the belt. So I would assume that Britt Baker, baby, is going to beat Nyla at Fyter Fest and continue on. And we'll see what happens with that. I think, she's going to basically mow down the women's division, and maybe we'll see a rematch with the new look Hikaru Shida. That could happen, maybe at All Out, or if she defends maybe against Tai Conti. Or at this point, maybe Thunder Rosa. We get that match. We get that feud reignite. They have their rematch, from their street fight. So she got some challengers until Anna Jay comes back. I would love Anna Jay to take the belt off of Britt Baker, baby. But we'll see what happens with that. So all that, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens this Wednesday night on the program as Britt Baker and Rebel team up to take on Vicky Guerrero and the Native Beast, Nyla Rose. And that's all I got to say about that. Good stuff. And we move on. All right, then we get to our next match. We have Allie the Bunny with her boyfriend, her husband, the Blade, Pepper Parks, if you don't know who he is, as she takes on our resident alien, Chris Statlander, who comes out with her best friend, Orange Cassidy. We find out that Trent is on the sidelines. He had a neck fusion surgery. Oof. So, yeah, he's going to be out for a while. And I don't know where Chucky T was. Oh, yeah, so probably like Chuck E. Cheese. Get it? Chucky T. Chucky Cheese. All right. Anyway, matches are right. Nothing great. The Bunny trips Statlander, starts walking over, and then she goes, she looks like she's psychotic. Goes, reminds me of Kane when when the first time we saw Kane in the ring, and he's like talking to Stone Cold Steve Austin or talking to The Undertaker, and he's like, "You know where I got that head tilt? My dog." If you watch the WWE's National Treasures shit. Oh shit! I gotta finish this up because the Kiss biography is on part 1, and then next week is part 2. So after that, I'll just I think it's gonna replay at 10 or 11. So I gotta watch that. So if you love Kiss, and watch the biography on A&E tonight. But that's it. So move on. Let's see how much time I got. All right, I'm gonna paraphrase because it's starting to get dark, and I'm Barry gonna see me soon. Anyway, pretty back and forth match. They went to the outside, and they fight a little bit on the outside. Clothesline takes Statlander to the outside. She gets caught with a rushing bunny with a scoop slam. As JR is kind of congratulating the Blade for having a sunburn. Anyway, to get back in the ring, Stems, chops, and a Falcon Arrow-ish suplex by Ms. Statlander for a near fall. Then she has a Blue Thunder Bomb. And then which dumped the bunny, as always. Everybody kicks out of a Blue Thunder Bomb. Gets in there for that. Stems a pop. She gets caught with a German suplex out of the corner. Bunny goes to the pin. She gets a near fall out of that. Then the Blade gets out on the apron to distract the ref. Then he throws in the brass knuckles, which he's trying to use, and it's failed a couple of times. And then we see Orange Cassidy disarm them. And shows them down his pants. So that distraction allows Statlander to hit Big Bang Theory 1, 2, 3. That package Tombstone Pile Driver. She gets the win. Match was anything to write home about. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. That was that. after the match, Orange Cassidy runs into him and then runs into Chris Statlander. She hits the ropes and then she rolls to the outside. And then TH2, Jack Evans, and Hideko come in to join on the beatdown. They need Cassidy as the Blade grabs his brass knucks and boom, knocks him out. And we see Orange Cassidy on the cameras like, Mommy, what day is it? So he gets knocked out. So it looks like we're gonna get we're still gonna get the feud between the members of the Hardy Family Order and the 3/4 of the Best Friends. That's it. So we'll see what happens with that. So we'll move on from there. All right, there we go to the back. We'll get a video from earlier today with Tony Baloney. He speaks with QT Marshall of the Nightmare Factory, who's still in his shirt from the week before. All right. Anyway, so Tony brings up Brock Anderson's debut last week. Blah blah blah. And then QT starts mocking both of the Andersons, Arn and Brock. Well, Brock in particular. Then he points out that he's like, "Where's Cody? Cody's not here right now because Cody's doing his superhero movies and stuff like that. He's getting cast in superhero movies like the I think the Arrow movie or whatever it is. I don't really care. And he just had a baby, so he's doing the daddy thing." So he says Cody should get cast. He hopes Cody gets cast in a superhero movie so he can be a champion. But first, in 10 days, he's got that scrap match with Cody at Road Rager. So he kind of hypes that up. Blah, blah, blah. That's it. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on from there. All right. Also from earlier today, we got a promo from Brian Pillman Jr., who accuses Miro of having a Messiah complex, and says he beat Miro for the TNT title. Says he will beat Miro for the TNT title on Wednesday. We got a Miro promo, and he's like this, and he's like, "I like to thank God for being sexy and having a very flexible wife." I didn't need to know that, but I wonder what positions you can do with Lana. She's if he says she's very flexible, there's about 150 different positions you can use. Oh, sorry, pretzel stick. There's a million freaking positions you can do with Lana. Front, back, sideways, upside down, in the pussy, in the or in the pooper. Lana likes it in the pooper. Figuratively and literally. But it is what it is. So yeah, he's like, "Thank you, God, for making me." I was like, "I'm God's champion, and I'm gonna beat you on Wednesday night." Blah 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 blah. So we move on from that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, so here's the rundown for Wednesday night on Dynamite's return to Wednesday night. We got Britt Baker, Deep Baby, and Rebel taking on the Native Beast, Nyla Rose, and Vicky Guerrero. Miro defends the TNT title against Brian Pillman Jr. We got MJF and Sammy Guevara one-on-one. And the Young Bucks taking on Pentagon, Zero Miedo, and Eddie Kingston in a tag title eliminator match. So some good stuff this Wednesday night on AEW. And that's it. And speaking of Pentagon and Eddie, they're in the back with Alex Abrahantes. Eddie, just talks and talks, about it's like that the tag titles are the Bucks' ego, there's that like the livelihood and stuff. And he says the only way that him and Pentagon can hurt the Bucks is to take away the tag team belts. And then Pentagon, in Spanish, says they'll run over the Bucks next week. So see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right. Let's paraphrase the end of because we don't have much time left on that. All right, there we get to the main event for the AEW World Title. We got Jungle Boy Jack, who comes out with Luchasaurus and that little bastard Marco Stunt as he takes on Kenny Omega, who comes out with the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. I did not see. Oh, he did come out with Don Callis. I'm kind of, how do you miss him? He is the Invisible Hand, so he looked invisible, when he came out. So anyway, he joins commentary and everything. And he has all 4 belts still. And then we see Jungle Boy's family at ringside. Then we find out that Kenny Omega has gone 665 days without a loss. Well, now he's got the number of the beast because he's gone 666 days without a single loss. So, Kenny is the devil. So, Kenny is, he's 666, the number of the beast. So, this is going to be a 60-minute match. And commentary says we'll be on for the full 60 minutes if need be. So we're going to go overtime, maybe. We'll see. So before the match, Marco Stunt acts like a stupid runt. And him and Luchasaurus get ejected by Paul Turner. And the Good Brothers like, and then Paul Turner's like, you guys are out too. So it's going to be a traditional one-on-one match. No funny shit. That's the way it should be. And that's that. All right, so we get to the start. And Kenny takes Jungle Boy to the corner so he can stroke his hair. I like that. As the crowd's kind of split for both men. Then Kenny slaps Jungle Boy right in the mouth. Jungle Boy rolls free, grabs a wrist lock. King escapes, elbows Jungle Boy into the corner, and then they go this the old Roddy Piper thumb to the eye as escapes some chops from Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy comes back with a springboard arm drag, but gets caught as he needed to escape a Finley roll before finally landing the springboard arm drag. Hits a drop kick, taking Kenny to the outside. Goes for a dive, but has to abort as Kenny ducked. Then he pulls Jungle Boy to the outside. Throws Jungle Boy into the guardrail as we go to picture-in-picture. Jungle Boy slides across the ring, hits a shotgun dropkick as Omega tries to hit another one. But Kenny comes back with a back suplex into the ring steps. Ow! Then he dumps Jungle Boy into the front. Oh! And as he's recovering, Jungle Boy makes it back in the ring at about 8 or so. So Omega starts, beating him up, ground and pound, chops, then a Finley roll. You can't escape. Goes to the moonsault and missed. But as Jungle Boy comes back, but he gets the knees up to block a back senton. Jungle Boy eats a burger. Then he starts chopping Jungle Boy on the ropes. Jungle Boy tries for a suplex. Before Jungle Boy tries for a suplex, it gets blocked. Grabs the inside cradle for then he hits a satellite brain buster. But he couldn't make the cover. So goes back to Omega with chops, then a low drop kick, took out Kenny's knee. Kenny comes back with a Snapdragon suplex. Or goes for a Snapdragon, excuse me, and Jungle Boy elbows away. Kenny spills to the outside and into the path of an elbow suicida. Then Jungle Boy hits a tope suicida. But Omega grabs one of the tassels on Jungle Boy's gear to buy him some time. Get back in the ring. Jungle Boy hits a springboard DDT through the ropes, but Kenny goes back to the outside as a tope con giro wipes out Kenny. Jungle Boy goes up top, takes too long as Kenny caught him with some forearms before bringing Jungle Boy down with a cross-legged superplex for a near fall. That was pretty inventive. Goes for the V trigger and missed, and then Jungle Boy escapes a German suplex, hits a super kick, then hits a knee strike. Then knee strike, then a Snapdragon suplex. And then Kenny comes back with a V trigger, basically taking Jungle Boy out. Goes up for one winged angel, but Jungle Boy reverses into a poison Rana. Then he hits a sliding elbow to the back for a near fall. Kenny counters Ripcord with the V trigger, and then Jungle Boy eats a power bomb and another V trigger that almost ended the match. Kenny looks to hit another V trigger, I think the fourth one. Jungle Boy rolls through, catches Kenny with the snare trap, and it looks like Kenny was about to tap. And then the Good Brothers come out, Marco Stunt comes out, Luchasaurus comes out, and then Frankie Kazarian, the Elite Hunter, comes out to basically, get them out of there. Well, Kenny is, trying to get out of the hold. He finally does. They go back and forth. Kenny hits another V trigger, which leads to a rebound lariat from Jungle Boy, who then eats a bling buster by Kenny for a near fall. Kenny then picks Jungle Boy up, goes for another one-winged angel, gets rolled up for a near fall. Then the snare trap follows. Kenny needed a hair pull to free himself, as the crowd's really behind Jungle Boy. As Kenny recovers in the corner, he gets put up top. Kenny counters by dropping the challenger on the turnbuckles. Then he hits a V trigger in the corner. Then he hits Tiger Driver 98, which is basically the J Driller. For those of you who don't know, that's what it is. You just call it Tiger Driver 98. It got reinvented into the J Driller by Jay Briscoe, among other people have used it. Kenny gets a new fall out of that. Then he picks up Jungle Boy, who's basically out on his feet. Kenny picks him up in the one-winged angel position. Boom! He hits it, and that is that. Kenny Omega gets the win to retain the AEW title. Pretty good match with Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy almost had him at times, but still, Kenny gets the win, retains. Pretty good match. I gave 3.75 out of 5 stars. Almost a 4-star match. Just on the cusp of a 4-star match. But still, pretty good match between the guys to finish the show. Then afterwards, Kenny gets the AEW title, kind of teases that he's about to, hit Jungle Boy in the head with it. And then Christian comes out for the save, takes out Kenny for a little bit. And then Matt Hardy and Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Queen, come out. They start attacking Christian 3-on-1. And Matt Hardy tries to go for the twist of fate. Cage reverses it, tries to go for the kill switch, and then the Young Bucks come out and they hit double super kicks on him. So, and then that was that, and then they hold up, they raise Kenny's hands up. They're all celebrating, Nick Jackson's doing this, you know. So I was thinking, wait a minute, did the Elite just join up with Matt Hardy? So is Matt Hardy and the Hardy family order in the Elite? Or they're just helping them out? I don't know. Whatever. So anyway, so after that, before the as the show ends, Hardy hits a twist of fate as the show ends, and that's that, and that's it, and that's a I gave the aftermath. Now you can see me. So dark now. It's AEW dark. No, so yeah, so I gave the aftermath 3.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens on Wednesday night Dynamite with all that, and we'll see what happens from there. And that's it. So pretty good show from Dynamite last night. I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment down below. You know, if you want, you can do a video reply, or you can do whatever you want. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's pretty much it. All right. Just to finish up. Sorry, my eyes are going because I just woke up. Now I'm about to go back to sleep. It's hot in here. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we find out that SmackDown did a 1.912, I believe. On Friday night, and that's that. So quickie news before we end. John Cena says WWE doesn't need him right now. What does that mean? Is he coming? Is he just going to come back for that one show and then SummerSlam and then go bye-bye again? Let's hope. And that's that. All right, is a story about the Bella Sluts. They got put on blast as there's a resurfaced video of them mocking China. I don't know how long ago this video was, but that's some fucked up shit. Fuck both of you fucking sluts. That's all I gotta say about that. News about that they might get to Rowan and Seth sooner than later. That's that. The WWE has let a released superstar out of his non-compete clause, as it is I'm trying to find out who it was. Well, besides Andrade, I guess it was Andrade. So. Yeah, people went out of their non-compete clauses, and Andrade was the exception. That's basically that, and that's it. Jamie Hayter, who used to be on, I believe she was on a couple episodes of Dynamite early on. She vacated the Rev Pro title after she got a WWE tryout. So that's pretty nice. There's a funny story about Virgil. He says he promises to end poverty on July the 4th. Good luck with that. Mick Foley wants to get the Bollywood boys, the Singh brothers, booked on the indie circuit. Good luck with that. Vincent Kennedy McMahon was spotted at a Dave Chappelle show. Probably to get some, when I mentioned the other day with WWE wanting to hire comedy writers, that's probably why. MVP was backstage at NXT this past week. There's questions arising concerning Kevin Owens getting time off. I don't know. Many people's like, I don't know why is he getting time off. Eric Bischoff talks about Matt Riddle, and his character, being successful, but his character is not unique. That's that. Lita says wrestling in empty stadiums isn't her cup of tea, isn't the craft she loves, anything like that. Eric Bischoff again on his podcast said the current wrestling industry generally disappoints him. So, Horseface Charlotte Flair brags that the current WWE superstars normalize women in main events. Don't know what that is. I don't care. Adam Pearce reveals the only time he hated Tony Nese was probably in the Indies. The Rock, Dwayne, wants to get high with Joe Rogan. Why not? Scarlett Bordeaux is going to be wrestling on the main roster. Probably be on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, they're gonna break. They're breaking up Scarlett and Killer Kross, which is stupid. Good job, Vince. Great job, Bruce. Fucking idiots. Stone Cold, Steve Austin's reaction to CM Punk's pipe bomb. Well, he reacted to that. But to try to quickly get his reaction. Which was 10 years ago today. Austin said the promo was, quote, scorching hot and one of the best he's ever seen. I think it's the best promo ever in wrestling. Of the modern era. I mean, of all time, I think the Dusty Rhodes hot time promo, I think, is one of the best. But it is what it is. Like I mentioned, Tony Nese and Adam Pearce have Tony Nese believes Adam Pearce used to hate him. I don't know why. Daivari reacted to his release, and nobody cares about that. Remember the mystery hacker gimmick, which was supposedly was supposed to be Mustafa Ali, and then that got scrapped? Well, WWE told Superstar not to worry about SmackDown mystery hacker. So I guess they told Mustafa Ali, don't worry about it, we're not going to use it. Morons. Thank you for the free views, motherfuckers. Roman is now second only to Brock Lesnar in an impressive record at Okay, Roman has now completed 300 days as champion, as Universal Champion in his current reign, making it the second longest Universal Championship reign in WWE history. As we all know, Brock's Universal title history reign went 503 days. So Roman's got basically a little over 2 months to become a 1-year champion, and that would be right after SummerSlam. So we'll see if he gets there, and maybe goes beyond. Maybe tries to get to that 503 day reign. I don't think he will, but combined days, he's also ranked second as Universal Champion. He's at 364 days across 2 Universal title reigns. Brock's at the top of the list with a combined 686 days as champ. That's pretty damn good for both men. Blah blah blah. Roman reacted to his match with Edge at Money in the Bank. Probably doesn't like it. Mojo Rawley jokes about applying to be an Uber driver after his release. Yeah, imagine you getting an Uber and your driver is Mojo Rawley. And you notice him, it's like, let's get hype! And then he throws you out. Brock's accused of choking in a lot of big matches. Don't know what that means. I mentioned the 6-woman tag match on Raw. Charlotte and Natalya and Tamina against Rhea Ripley, Dana Brooke, and Mandy Rose on Raw. WWE is preparing an interesting main event for house shows coming up. WWE has booked Bobby Lashley and MVP to team up in a tag match to take on Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston, which will happen on the August 7th and 8th house shows in Florida. No note about Xavier Woods will be doing since Kofi's tagging with McIntyre without him. So that's it. But for that, there's a story about Alberto Del Rio. He wants to start his own wrestling promotion. Good luck with that. Mustafa Ali, he fired back at a snide comment about the Bollywood Boys getting released. Don't care. And all right, that's that for some WWE news, like I said. And I believe SmackDown did a 1.91. I'll try to see if I could find the ratings. I don't see them. Just take it with a grain of salt. They did another 1.9, so they went down a little bit from last week. So that's that. By the way, I forgot to mention after AEW went off the air, Eddie Kingston took a shot at WWE in a promo, which I still think is on YouTube, so go look it up. It's on the AEW YouTube page, so check it out. Blah blah blah. Matt Hardy blasted a fan for their lack of Twitter game. Wasn't me. MJF is not getting a world title shot anytime soon. Thank the Lord for that. Britt Baker, DMD, blasts her haters for not wanting to like the AEW women's division. How can you not like that division? It's pretty damn good. Jericho calls out WWE superstars for mocking his bump in the Blood and Guts match. He did a stream last night after AEW. It was pretty good. Blah blah. Okay, coffin match, like I said. Trent got neck fusion surgery. Britt Baker says that Tony Khan, being a wrestling fan, deep down makes AEW special. That's great. The bad boy, Joey Janela, is out of action with a concussion. Oh, well. MJF says he should be the ultimate villain in the AEW video game story mode. No. That's gonna be Kenny or the Bucks. That's that. All right, nothing. I don't see nothing about the AEW rating yet, but I'll look it up later in the night, and I'll probably put it in the comments later. All right, so that's it. All right, let's get to some quick chat from Nick before we end up shop, because it's just about 9 o'clock here in the Northeast, as it's now dark. You can barely see me. Nick says Sammy Guevara has a bright future in AEW. Yes, he does. I think he will be a future champion. Future TNT champion? Maybe a... Well, I think he will be TNT champion. As far as the world title, I don't know about that. Maybe the tag titles. Maybe him and Jericho could team up as the sexy beasts or the sexy gods and win the AEW tag team belts. But we'll see what happens with that. Nick wouldn't mind getting high with The Rock. I wouldn't mind getting high with RVD. I'll smoke some weed and then fuck his hot ass wife Katie Forbes in the ass. Because she got a big ass and big titties. That's all I gotta say about that. Another woman I like to fuck in the ass. Scarlett Bordeaux. Scarlett Bordeaux, welcome to Titus Catering. Probably. I don't know why they're breaking him up. Why? You fuck up his entrance for main event. I don't know what is Raw, if he goes to Raw, if they're gonna keep that entrance when he has on main event, or they're gonna bring back, the Fallen Price stuff, but just him coming out. Scarlett won't be there. I think it's a stupid idea by stupid people named Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard, and probably John Laurinaitis. Three stupid idiots. When the fans come back, that's when Killer Kross debuts on the main roster. That's the freaking entrance they want to see. They want to see hot as fuck Scarlett Bordeaux come to the ring, get in the ring, get all sexy and everything. And then Killer Kross comes in and get that epic fucking theme. And the fog and just the ambiance of that freaking theme. Fucking epic. And they're gonna ruin it by breaking them up? Come on. Fucking shit. This is why WWE sucks right now. So everybody from NXT, they come up. Bye-bye. But they wanted the launch both of them to the main roster, especially Killer Kross to the main roster. And look what's happening. Vince comes in, golden shovel to the head. Break up. Fuck you, Vince. Fucking senile 76-year-old fucking bastard that has dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. Final comments from Nick. CM Punk was right 10 years ago. Damn right. The company will be taken over by his daughter and his doofus son-in-law. Yep, probably in about 10 years. I would say 5 to 10 years. The WWE will be sold, probably to NBC Universal. And Hunter and Stephanie will run WWE. They might appear on Raw and SmackDown and NXT here and there. You'll probably see them all the time. Back in the Attitude Era, we saw Vince almost on every goddamn show, on Raw and SmackDown almost every week. So yeah, maybe we'll see the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels come out one week. Maybe he'll be what I would think Hunter would be the CEO, Stephanie would be something, since Hunter's the COO. So when Vince croaks, he'll be the CEO. Stephanie will probably be the COO. And as far as Shane goes, he'll probably keep his working title, whatever that is. And that'll be it. And then when their kids grow up, they'll probably run WWE into the ground. Nick says also Heat. There is no Heat. Oh, Vince appeared on Heat? Oh, that's what. Okay, I see. I hear you. I see. I see it. Okay. I didn't know that. Did he, was he on Velocity? Or Shotgun Saturday Night? I don't think we saw him ever. But, all right, it is what it is. And that's it. All right, excuse me. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to fade into the black like Metallica. Metallica. I'm going to fade into the black. And that's it. I'm going to put some lights on. And I'll wait for the missus to get home from shopping. And I'm going to have my dinner. And then watch the Kiss biography. And that'll probably be it for the night. And then yeah, probably go to bed. And I got to get up in the morning, have some breakfast before I head into the city with the missus to do some important shit. And all I gotta say all I gotta say is pray for us, and that's all I gotta say about that. So it's some very important stuff. I can't get into it, but it's very important stuff. Very important stuff. And that's that. So that's it. So I'm going to fade into the black. Thank you, Nick, for coming in, as always. Anybody else who decided to pop in and probably left a dislike or a like, thank you very much for the free view. And if you left a dislike, well, you can kiss my rosy red Italian super dick. That's all you can do. Just leave the dislikes, rotate on my dick, and gargle my cum. So my dick tastes pretty good, doesn't it? But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday night, and I'll be back sometime tomorrow. I meant to do that Melissa Coates video, so I'm gonna do that. And then get you ready for Monday Night Raw tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on the USA Network, and it should be another bore fest. But we'll see. Actually, last week was good, so we'll see if they can pick up. You know what I mean? Can they do it again? Do it again. Do it again. Can they make it 2 weeks in a row of good shows? But we'll see what happens with that. As we're getting closer and closer to July. And that's it. This is the final show of June for Raw. And then we start off July 4th weekend with SmackDown for the WWE. We got NXT also on Tuesday night to end the WWE schedule for the end of June, going into July. And then we got AEW to end the month of June. And that's it. So that's it. So thank you all for watching. As always, make sure to like the video, dislike the video. I don't give a shit. Subscribe to my channels down below in the description box. Friend me on social media. All the stuff is in there too. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap the bell and get notified of when I do a video or I go live. Because if not, you will miss out. And that's it. All right. So I will fade into the Aleister Black, as Nick says. So I'm going to fade to black. And that's it. So thank you all for watching. 7 out of 10 stars for AEW Dynamite last night. And we'll see what happens this week in the world of professional wrestling as we get back to a normal schedule. And pretty soon for WWE fans, you understand? So we're getting back to normal here in the world of professional wrestling. And it's going to be a good summer, we hope. And that's it. So enjoy the week, everybody. If you're in the Northeast, try to stay cool, stay hydrated. Which is going to be a hot one this week. And that's all I can say about that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Good night, motherfuckers. And we will now fade to black. Good night, fuckers.